What if I told you the best way to survive an unstoppable army wasn't to fight, but to lie? This is the incredible story of the Gibeonites, a people who stared destruction in the face and chose cunning over combat. After the Israelites, led by Joshua, miraculously conquered Jericho and Ai, fear swept through the land of Canaan. Every king and city trembled, knowing their turn was next. But one group, the Gibeonites, decided they wouldn't just wait to be destroyed. They came up with a brilliant, audacious plan. They knew the Israelites were commanded not to make treaties with the local inhabitants. So the Gibeonites had to convince them they were from a very, very distant land. They gathered their best actors and put on the performance of a lifetime. They put on tattered, worn-out clothes and patched-up sandals. They loaded their donkeys with old, cracked wineskins and packed provisions of dry, moldy bread. Everything about them screamed, "We've been on the road for months." When they arrived at the Israelite camp at Gilgal, they presented their case to Joshua. They said, "We have come from a far country because we have heard of the fame of your God, all that he did in Egypt and to the kings beyond the Jordan." They showed Joshua their stale bread, saying, "This bread was hot from our ovens the day we left, but look at it now." They pointed to their torn clothes and cracked wineskins as proof of their long journey. The deception was perfect. Joshua and the leaders of Israel were completely convinced. They looked at the evidence, the worn-out gear and moldy food, but they failed to do one crucial thing. They didn't ask God for guidance. Trusting their own judgment, they made a sworn oath, a covenant of peace with the Gibeonites, promising not to harm them. Just 3 days later, the truth came out. As the Israelites continued their campaign, they arrived at the cities of Gibeon, Chephirah, Beeroth, and Kiriath Jearim, only to discover these were the hometowns of their new allies. The Gibeonites weren't from a distant land at all. They were living right in the heart of Canaan. The Israelites were furious, feeling tricked and betrayed. The people grumbled against their leaders for making the treaty. But an oath sworn in the name of the Lord was binding. It could not be broken. Joshua confronted the Gibeonites, asking, "Why did you deceive us?" They replied with raw honesty, "We were terrified you would destroy us, so we did this to save our lives." While their lives were spared, there were consequences. Joshua declared that from that day forward, the Gibeonites would serve the community of Israel as woodcutters and water carriers for the house of God. Through their clever deception, the Gibeonites saved their people from annihilation and became permanently intertwined with the nation of Israel, a constant reminder of a broken rule and a binding oath. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible stories from history. See you next time.